yesterday came and I was sitting in the courtroom. My lawyer come. He's like, "Hey, uh, I'll talk to you outside. The DA can't show up right now, so we probably gonna come back next month." So I walk back inside the courtroom, walk up to my best friend. I tell her, I'm like, "Hey, my lawyer just told me that they about to dismiss my case. Mind you, I'm just playing. Mind you, I don't. Mind you, I'm just playing. So she's like, "Oh my God, congratulations!" Like I'm all like, "Yeah, thanks." And I go, "Just kidding." And I was like, "One day." She's like, "Don't play like that. Like, don't play like that." I'm like, "Yeah, one day they're gonna do it." And then my lawyer come an hour later. DA shows up, and my lawyer like, the DA didn't want to get something on record. And I'm like, "Oh, it's some BS." He's like, "Yeah, it's some BS." I start taking everything out of my pockets. I'm like, I'm going back to jail. I'm starting to send a text message to my daughter, like, I'm gonna still fight. Like, I'm hitting up my family. The judge called me up there, and the DA goes, uh, I talked to the alleged victim, talked to the victims from the juvenile, and we can't pursue with this case. And I'm like, I'm trying to, I'm like, whoa, hold on, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to comprehend what's going on. So my lawyer goes, "Your Honor, I would like to move for dismissal." The judge goes, "Congrats, Mr. Holmes. You may go home." I just broke down in the courtroom right there. I was just over with. It was done.
Is
I couldn't.
Brian and
I just fell. I just fell. A lot of people in this world, they don't know what free is. They feel like, oh, my parents trapped me in, or my job is try doing 2 years in the county jail, LA County at that. Your life is gone. No doors. They tell you in the shower how to shower, what to do, when to do. I got, man, my life was gone. I was, I was, my daughter turned 1. I couldn't see her turn 1. She turned 2. I couldn't see her turn 2. I got her taken away from me. I got football taken away from me at the height. I was no more running back in junior college football at the time. I'm leaving at the height.
man,
So nobody can tell me what free really is till when you hear, "Congrats, Mr. Holmes. You are free to leave. Bail, all that done. You are free to leave." And the first thing I can do, and the first thing I did was thank God I could be a father to my daughter, because everybody was like, why you playing with these people? Why you playing with the system? You should have took a deal. You should have did this. The system worked. Whatever the case may be, it finally for justice, and now I can be a voice for the wrongly accused, the voice for the females and the males out there that actually have something happen to them and they don't have a voice, and people don't want to hear them out, and people don't want to, like, it's real victims out there. I know a few of them on hand that spoke out and nobody don't hear them, and just because of uh my my social status or this that I get thrown under the bus. I'm a strong supporter of women's rights. I'm a strong supporter of the Me Too movement. I have a daughter. I want her to speak up,
yep.
but I'm not a supporter of anybody, not one human living soul in this world, to sit there and lie and just for money, or to make they self look good, or make they self seem like something they're not in front of other people. That's not my get down. It's real people out there that's really victims, and they make it worse for people like that, because I was in jail for 2 years, man. I got jumped by 18 people of a different race, nose broken, stitches in my eye, dislocated jaw. I got stabbed. I've been in riots, man. I went to war, hell and back, hell and back.
As far as football, Keyshawn, what would making it to the NFL now after having been through hell mean to you?
Man, it didn't come true. I work for that. I work for that. And I got everything it took, bro. And I'm not mad at nobody because I gave somebody power over my life. I gave somebody an opportunity to dictate, but just to even be in the locker room there, just to even have an opportunity, I feel like the world should hear my story because I don't have just a simple falsely accused story. I have a legit story. I'm a kid that comes from a loving family, but don't have nothing. And I work for everything I got. Everything I got. It's my last name. It's my daughter's name. It's everything. My dream. I used to be in my cell at night like, Kishawn Holmes, 30 to 20 to 10. And people told me I ain't never going home, man. Close people that I love told me I would never get out or this is impossible. Well, with God on your side, nothing's impossible.